Tensions are high following today's press conference on the school board's decision to fire Dr. Marie Fagans, with parents and members of the community coming out in protest. Joining us this afternoon is Shelby County Commissioner Miska Clay Bibbs, here to talk more about the fallout and other pressing issues. Commissioner, welcome. Glad to have you here at 3 p.m.
I know, exactly. Not 9 a.m., but yeah, new time slot. Glad to
have
be
you here for sure. We mentioned earlier that news conference with the school board and the interim superintendent took place just a couple of hours ago. We heard the chair say in so many words that it's been a tough few months, but we are turning the corner. Our selection of the superintendent, the interim superintendent, is a move in the right direction. What are your thoughts about what you heard?
So what I heard from that was the appointment of Dr. Rod Richmond was a movement in the right direction. He talked about unity. He talked about using his 30-year career as something that they can kind of use to move the district forward. For me, that's what I needed to hear. What I also heard from board members was the fact that they know they have work to do and they're willing to do the work, so they're all trying to come together to get it done. You
were a part of the Fagans transition team. Do you think it's now time, though, to move forward, to move on as a community? Because this has been a difficult decision for a lot of folks. We saw a lot of people in the community who were huge supporters of Dr. Fagans speak out.
Absolutely. I think based upon the work that we did on the transition team, I think there were some good things that were done, but what I heard today, what I want to probably double down on is the fact that I heard Dr. Richmond say the things that were going to work, that were working well, he's going to continue to do. More importantly, I heard the board say that they wanted to work with more transparency, they wanted to work together, and they also wanted to make sure they brought community along the way with them. Anytime you're talking about change, it's difficult, but the reality is, as long as you got the right players in place, I think it can happen.
Commissioner, as you well know, we're hearing Representative Mark White proposing several bills that could lead to a possible state takeover of the school district. And we're hearing from some of your colleagues, like Mick Wright, saying that, you know, when it comes to the MSCS request from this moment forward, you know, let's say no to them. What are your thoughts about this? Will there be a takeover? Are there steps that can be taken locally here to show the state we can do it on our own?
I mean, excellent question. Let me just start about when we talk about state says takeover. They did that with ASD. It didn't work. That was an experiment that failed horribly. Those schools now have gone back to Memphis Shelby County schools. So what better person, the person who talks about transformational leadership, who does transformative schools, Dr. Richmond does that work. So to me, it's a difficult conversation to have about takeover when the person who's actually been successful at the work is the person now leading the district. When I think about commissioners who say things like take away and like not give to kids, then that to me lets me know that's an adult issue that's not really centered in what's supposed to be important about kids. You cannot take away from the least of these and say you believe in them.
What about the future of funding, though? And we know it's the county's role, the county commission's role, to fund Memphis Shelby County schools, not necessarily the city of Memphis, so to speak, as we've talked about many times here. What about allocating those additional dollars for the Frazier project? Is that a done deal now? Is that going to be on hold with an interim superintendent? What can you tell us?
Absolutely not on hold. I did hear Mayor Harris here yesterday kind of speaking on the same thing. The reality of it is, as a commission, we've already voted to move that project forward. It's happening. We're moving forward. The citizens of Frazier, the students of Frazier High School, I mean, the MLK Frazier and Tresvant High School deserve this school. We've been talking about that school since 2014, 2016. At this point, why hold up something for children on adult issues? You know, we can move past this. The work has to move forward.
On a separate issue, though, talking about school funding, you and I have talked about again in the past. What about funding for those folks in Cordova? Will that project ever see the light of day? Because many people living in that area say, we need a new school too.
I think first let me go back to this, because one of the things I want to talk about, you mentioned my colleague Commissioner McWright saying that he was going to say no to funding. The reality of it is, as Shelby County Commission, we have to do maintenance of effort. I think that's what sometimes people are kind of missing in the conversation. The law is the law. We have to give them the money. We can ask them how they're going to use the money, but we can't say no, we're not going to give them the money. The conversation as far as additional dollars comes into play, like things like the brand new high schools, like a Cordova, or we say Cordova East Region High School. That's where we step into play. I have to believe that we can come together and work to move this forward, because kids are caught up in this. You can't tell me that you're thinking what's best for kids and saying you want to take away from them.
So we need adults to be adults here.
And we need to have them think about the children. And that's the question, how are the children?
All right, Commissioner, good to see you. Hope you come back.
Glad to be here. Finally made it.
Finally made it.
Yes.
We will do it again for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.